here are our baby guppies. They are approximately 2.5 weeks old. They've grown a hell of a lot in those 2.5 weeks. They are huge compared to what they were when they were really baby, really tiny. They were diddy. They are a lot bigger now than what the adults' mouth are, so they should be released soon into the main tank. They're just currently feeding on some brine shrimp that we fed them. I think that helps a lot. But they have a combination of brine shrimp and crushed up flaked fish food. So we're just about ready to release them into the main tank. They're just finishing up their brine shrimp, but that should be released when we tip the box in. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift our light up. I'm going to take off the lid. Oh, this is a very scary moment because I don't want my fishy babies to get eaten. But they are big enough. They are big enough, as in they're not going to get eaten because they won't fit in an adult's mouth. It's just I don't know how the adults are going to react to having the babies in the tank. But here we go. We're going to push this down and let them float up on their own free will. So they've still got the hidey hole if they need to. We had to just take a quick break and we realised the filter was a little bit too powerful for the babies. So we have turned the filter off. We're just going to be running with the air and water top-ups. Most of them have actually come out and they are swimming away from the adults. And the adults don't seem to be too fussed by the babies, which is a good sign. Because it means that they don't think that they are food anymore. Because when they were little, they would all come up to the little breeder box that we've got here and try and nab them. But we've still got a few left that are too scared. But if we leave them free, they can free swim. And I think we'll keep it like that for a few days. So they've got a safe haven. But this is them exploring. They're so tiny and they're diddy. We had 19. We believe we had 19. So hopefully we've got some people swimming around. He's out. The last baby's out. So because he's out, we should remove the breeder box. Oh, it's back in. Come on, out you go. So it was Amazon Prime Day not that long ago, and we decided to buy some new lights for our tank. They are completely waterproof. We just chose to do this setup because it's a lot easier. And the cool thing about these is they each light will come with a little remote control, which you would think, oh, one remote control, one light, you've got to work out which controller goes for which light. Doesn't. They link in together, and because you've got this remote control with all these different colours, you can cycle through the different colours of day. So, you go yellow for a sunset, and then it starts to go orange, pink, red, blue, different shades of blue, and then back to white again. We'll go dark blue, purple, fish light.
They really are. They're great underwater lights for the money. Both of them together came in at less than 20 quid. And as Bambi's just said, it gives us the opportunity to be able to give the tank and the plants a full realistic 24-hour light cycle.
And the good thing about these is the fish have learned what colour the tank goes to what time they get fed and what they get fed. So as you can see, the babies that we've released into the tank, which are the release videos in another video, they know it's brine shrimp feeding time and they get more active because they're getting excited because it is almost feeding time.
So yeah, highly recommend these lights. I'll try and find a link for them and put that in the description if I can. So we are just going to prepare a batch of brine shrimp to feed the guppy fry and the koi fry with, that we do daily. Now this is dehydrated brine shrimp as it comes, and very little of this goes a very, very long way. So we've just got a tiny bit on a spoon, and what we're going to do now is add that to this glass of fresh water, give it a good old stir with a pipette, and then leave that to stand for 3 or 4 minutes, stirring it regularly, just to let those brine shrimp eggs rehydrate and let the membrane that's left on these de-shelled brine shrimp eggs, let that membrane just dissolve into the water, make them nice and soft and chewy for the koi fry and the guppy fry. These are an ideal thing to feed your fry of any sort, mainly because they're pretty much pure protein, and as you can see, they're absolutely tiny. They're almost microscopic in size, so it's a cheap solution to feeding them and very good for feeding very small fish because it will fit in their mouths. So we're just going to let that rehydrate for a few minutes, and then we'll show you feeding them to the guppies and the koi fry. So the brine shrimp's been mixing around and rehydrating for a good 4 or 5 minutes now. So what Bambi's now going to proceed to do is take a couple of pipettes worth of the brine shrimp water mixture, suck up a good lot, and then just simply feed that around inside the guppy tank first.
And you can always tell when they're ready to be put into the tank because they change from a dark orange to a light pale orange. And stirring it's the best way to get the most out of all the brine shrimp. And we give them 2 pipettes full, which they go nuts. And just wash off any brine shrimp that's caught on the side in the tank. And then
So with the rest of the brine shrimp now, what Bambi is now going to do is add them very slowly and carefully to the koi fry vat. It's their last feed of the day, and you just add the brine shrimp all the way around. And that provides a nice dinner for the koi fry.